Well, I don't know why it's not letting me rotate the screen. I see YouTube has had a lot of weird things going on tonight. I've had to restart this live stream like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. And here we are. So you got an up and down video, vertical video instead of horizontal. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I've been kind of MIA. There's been a lot going on. If you follow me on social media, then you might have seen that someone must have been baiting for rats in my area with poison and killed one of my dogs. Hey, hi Heather. This is my sweetheart. I just wanted to get on here and wish y'all happy holidays. I have been MIA. 2022, I think, kicked my butt and kicked a lot of people's butts. It was a very difficult year. Recession wise, my mom said it hasn't been this bad for at least 30 years. It's been a really hard year. That being said though, I did say to my mom, you know, we probably grew more food than we've ever grown. We processed more food than we've ever processed. Hi, baby. And we learned a lot this year as well. But this year was a really trying year. It was trying mentally, it was trying physically, it was trying financially, it was trying emotionally, it was trying all the way around. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one. I'm sure we're not the only family that's been going through the ringer, because it's been a really hard time. The C word, I don't want to say it again because I don't want to get banned again. The C word really put a damper on so many people's lives in so many ways. There's been a lot of loss. There's been a lot of etc. So hopefully in 2023, we can sweep a couple things under the rug, but don't forget what happened. But we need to keep moving, trudging forward. I'm still not done doing what I'm doing. Sorry, I look a hot mess. And you know what? I'm going to address that in a second too. I've been canning all night again, getting ready for this new year. You know, when you find things at the store that are on clearance or on sale, i.e. meat or produce or whatever in this winter season, you got to hop on it. And I see that they used to have the great clearance racks at a lot of our grocery stores. And now I see that they are empty all the time. They are, I used to be able to get in there and get a whole bunch of stuff for the chickens and whatnot, you know, apples and lettuces and all kinds of things. But I see that those shelves are empty. I see the bread shelves are empty, the clearance racks. I see the discount meats are disappearing quicker than ever as well. But when you do find a deal, say you do find a deal, that's what happened to me. I found a deal, and I did a lot of canning last night. So I made a lot of stews. I had some pork. I had some chicken. I processed chickens and pork, and made stews and things like that, and dry canned in the pressure canner. So yeah, I'm still not done, because you have to be diligent year round. I do hope that everyone got some well-deserved rest and relaxation, and hopefully some really good time with family. The last few years have been a total, so a lot of us have missed out on family stuff. So I hope you did get with your family if you so desired to get with your family, and you had some good times and memories. That's really important. That's morale, right? It keeps you rolling through the year. New Year's is around the corner. I am hopeful that this is a better year. However, I am also a realist, and I know, being a person who's into self-sufficiency and permaculture and a bit of prepping, a lot of prepping, you tend to be more cynical about things. And if the last 2 years has shown us anything, it's shown to be diligent, and it's shown us to try and be more self-sufficient within our own families, within our own community, within our own reach. Because the system will fail you, and the system will turn its back on you, and so will the people around you if you don't believe the things that they believe, let's say. So that being said, I want to wish you happy holidays. I do hope that you had a wonderful time. And I do hope you had some rest. Because 2023, I think it's going to be a stinger. But let's hope for the best. Also, yes, I'm going to address the fact that I had some person hop on my... Hi, baby. Hop on, I forget what it was. Was it on YouTube? Was it on Facebook? Was it on Instagram? I can't remember. But they said some really rotten and horrible things about how I looked disheveled and this, that, and the other. Okay. What's interesting to me is we live in such a world, such a world of falsities. You go on Instagram and you see all these filters. You go on, you see TikToks and stuff like that. People have fake backgrounds to their homes. People are changing their faces. People are doing all kinds of things to show some fake facade, or they're trying so hard to be something that they're not. What I'm trying to show you, especially the last few years, is the realness, the authenticity of what goes on a homestead, even a urban homestead, what goes on in a real kitchen. I also have a toddler. I take care of my mom. I run some businesses out of my home. I have chickens. I farm my whole property, basically. I grow food. And I'm not going to show you a filter. I'm not going to filter what's really going on. It's been a hard year. I'm not going to pretend it's not. I'm not going to stand here with my fancy bag and my lipstick and my eyeliner on while I'm out here mucking poop out of the chicken coop. That's just doesn't make any sense. What I'm trying to show you is the ability to start a more self-sufficient life. The ability to be able to remove yourself from the system. And I don't remember who it was that said it, but it was said so eloquently. It's not about, self-sufficiency isn't about being completely self-sufficient or not. It's a spectrum. It's about you trying to, don't eat paper. Oh, my chicken just ate paper. It's a spectrum. It's of you trying to figure out the next thing you can do to try and be more self-sufficient, whether that's, storing water, or starting to learn how to can, or keeping chickens, or growing some food. It's a spectrum. It's what can I do next to try and be more self-sufficient? So don't be disheartened when you first start and you want to think about trying to be self-sufficient. And it seems like I always say, it's a monumentous task. But if you take it one task at a time, that's all you can do. And that's that. And that being said, I'm not going to frolic through the field, because that's not what I'm doing. This is not beautiful work. It's beautiful in the sense that I'm being self-sufficient. I'm providing for my family. I'm producing food that's wholesome. I'm producing food that I know is not going to poison my family. Bye. That's the beauty in it. Okay. The beauty is not in me walking around with lipstick. I'm way past that whole thing. I'm about trying to make sure that you guys are okay. I'm about to make sure my own family is okay. Because when the rug is swept out from, yes, I hope so. And that's why you guys come to my show. It's just disheartening when I see a person talk about like, oh, the ladder behind you is so dirty. Like, yeah, it's got chicken poop on it because it's in a chicken coop. Or they're like, I don't even remember what they said, but it was ridiculous. And I just was like, wow, you're so used to seeing such fakeness. And it's unfortunate that we're in that. I actually use the ladder. That's exactly right. Like, and it's wet and I'm out here in the cold. So if I'm disheveled and my hair is not done, pardon me, I'm sure. My most important task at hand is to make sure that I'm teaching you something. It's to make sure that you're actually seeing what I'm doing. Can you do this? Are you willing to do this? I'm not going to show you that it's so easy. It's not easy work. This is not easy work. Thank you. It's my mommy do-up. I don't even know what to call it. My flippy do. Thank you. I'm out here. I'm more concerned about making sure that you're actually getting usable content. I'm more concerned about making sure you have food on your table. I love a bun too. Golly, get it out your face. My hair is down to my butt. So I have to get it out of my way. Not only that, you know how many times I've been criticized for having my hair down in the kitchen when I'm doing shows. So just as many people as complain about my hair down, or just as many people who complain about my hair up. So I can't please everyone, and I really don't care. And I'm not trying to please you. What I'm trying to do is teach you. It's cold here. It's wet here. It's mucky here. It's the end of the season. And guess what? I'm tired as hell. I have a toddler. I'm up in the middle of the night canning. I'm up in the middle of the night caring for my animals. Come on. There he is. Up in the middle of the night caring for my animals. I know. People are just horrible. And not only are they looking for things to complain about, everyone feels like crap about themselves right now, and they want to make sure that everyone else feels like crap too. And that's not nice, and it's not fair. I'm proud of what I do. I really don't give a crap if you like how my cookie sheet looked. We were decorating. That's what it was. It was a picture. He took a whole collage of pictures, and he took like corners of my videos and corners of my pictures and was like, look, there's dust there, or look, there's a spot on her cookie sheet and it's dirty. Yeah, because it's a usable cookie sheet. I'm cooking with the toddler and we decorated cookies. So there's crap all over the whole thing. I have a 4-year-old. It's really annoying. If you got problems, keep that to yourself. I don't care. There are millions of videos to watch. There's a whole bunch of people to look at. If something bothers you, keep moving. Just leave me alone. I'm literally here providing free content so that you guys can learn how to be more self-sufficient. That is my goal. Raising awareness, letting you know that you need to be self-sufficient, and if you didn't realize you need to be, you need to be. And then teaching you what the heck you need to do to start. How can you accomplish that? Oh, you're such a lover. You're such a sweetheart. I love him. Anyway, that's my soapbox. So I just wanted to say, whoever that person was, they had a real vendetta. And I think they were like located near me. So I don't know if they know me or they know someone who knows me or they just felt like being a jerk. But you're a jerk. Okay? Keep it moving. Do something else with your life. Okay, so that being said, I want to make sure that you guys are okay. Let's move on into 2023 with a fresh slate. Let's move on to 2023 with some really great goals of trying to accomplish things, because that's what we need to do. The economy is getting worse. We see that all hell is breaking loose all over the planet, and you have to somehow stay in your lane and somehow stay in sanity and somehow make sure that you and yours are okay. So let's move on to that. Okay. But everybody who has tuned in this year, I want to thank you. Everyone who has been kind to leave comments. Hi, Heather, you need a pressure canner. Oh my gosh. It has been an epiphany. Now you can can meat. You can dry can meat. You don't even need liquids. You don't need to make a stew. You can literally dry can stuff. I process whole chickens raw and it cooks in the pressure canner and you've got it ready to go. You need a pressure canner. It's really important. There's a lot of things that are not acidic and not things that you want to pickle. Like you don't want everything pickled or everything salty. There's things you want to can, like beans. I can beans. Oh, yes, you can, but pressure cooking is a whole nother level. Yeah, canning is fantastic. Water bath, it's essential. But the pressure cooker, you're going to love that. But make sure you get a nice big one. Get one that you can the giant jars. Those big, what are they? 2.5 liter jars. That's what you want, because you can pressure can whole meals for like a 4-person family in one jar. It's super helpful. We literally process chickens and I can can a whole chicken in one jar. And that's really great to have shelf stable. So if the power goes out or the grid goes out or you don't have any more space in your freezer, that stuff is shelf stable. And that's fantastic. Having meat on hand that you don't have to worry about electricity is a big deal. Protein is the biggest problem in our diet. There's no way in hell that you can grow enough beans on an urban property to support your family. No way, no way, no way. Yes, for sure. Hey, I scan those thrift stores. Don't even kid yourself. I literally just bought one of my good friends a pressure canner because she needed one and they had one. I already have one. So I got it for her and brought it to her. She was like, no way. But you have to look. I'm looking for a Dutch oven. I need a Dutch oven. Because I do sourdough and stuff like that, but I need a proper Dutch oven. It would be a lot easier for me. Sweet, yeah. So yes, I do want to thank you guys, everybody who has participated this year. I really appreciate it. I do hope that sorry, I've got people asking about a bunch of stuff. I do hope that you tune in the new year. I'm going to try and share a lot of nitty gritty stuff, like pressure canning, like dehydrating, like I always show you how to grow stuff, how to cook stuff. But yeah, Dutch ovens, right? I need a Dutch oven. I'm putting it out there in the universe, Dutch oven. But yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty because we need to get things going. We could literally eliminate the entire egg industry if we wanted to. If every community that is allowed to have chickens, if every 3 to 5 houses had 3 to 4 chickens, we would literally put the egg industry out of business. If we could apply that even further to everybody growing something in their garden, if we worked as neighborhoods or just streets or just blocks, we could do a lot more. If you're able to grow a lot yourself, look, I do most of this work. I do all of this work by myself. My mom does help me process in the house, but she can't walk. She can't do things like that. So I'm out here doing all that stuff. Yes, seed trading for sure. Community gardens for sure. But if we could even work together, take that one step further, not just having one community garden, having everyone garden something and then sharing it, trading it, right? Every couple houses have a couple chickens. We would have enough eggs for everybody. If every other house grew something fantastic and something different, if we could get together and put our minds together, we could eliminate our food bills. Gosh, guys, the grocery store bills are astronomical. I want to cry every time I go to the grocery store. Literally 6 rolls of paper towels in Niagara Falls, $19.99 at no frills. 6 rolls of crappy paper towels, $19.99. It's like, do you buy a pack of meat or do you buy paper towels? Like, it's ridiculous. 100%. That's 100%. Exactly right. If we could share our crops, trade our crops, or even like I bake bread and stuff. Yeah, at no frills, $19.99 for a roll of Royale Tiger paper towels. $19.99. Wow. So yes, our food bills are ridiculous. We need to do something because it's only going to get worse. It's not going to ever get better. Those prices are going up. Crop sharing. Yep, for sure. Put your heads together. Work more creatively. People are, these days, I find people are super self-centered. And that's just because they've been focused on their job and they've been, I don't want to say brainwashed, but directed in such a way to be in their own lane, self-centered, going that way. I don't care what anyone else is doing. Right now, we're going to have to work together if we're going to make it through this, because they're not going to help us. We're not going to get help. So we've got to build a way ourselves. If you can find 1 or 2 like-minded people in your area that you can work together with to grow gardens, or one of you have chickens and everyone participate in taking care of them, or someone, you guys buy feed for the person that has the chickens. and you share that way, we're going to get further and we'll be able to afford food. I know, it's crazy. Heather, where are you from, my dear? Are you in Ontario as well? Anyway, I do hope that everybody starts tuning in the new year. I hope that everyone's starting to get a like-mindedness for the self-sufficiency idea, self-reliance, self-sustenance, whatever you want to call it. Let's get together and let's get things moving. Save your seeds. Okay, Oshawa, gotcha. Not GMO seeds. Don't save those, because they are actually going to hurt you and hinder you as opposed to keep you healthy. We need to stay healthy. We are at the mercy of, yes, I know exactly where Oshawa is. I have a very dear friend who lives in Oshawa who's a photographer who used to do a lot of my photo shoots, and I dearly love her. She's amazing. I haven't been out there in a few years. The last shoot she did for me was for my baby when she was 1. Anyway, shout out to Zdenka. Yeah, we've got to work together. We've got to work together or it's not going to work. Yes, it's a nice part of town. Oshawa it was like a 3-hour drive for me. It's such a trek. I really need to get back out there and see her just because she's a dear person and I would like to see her. But Oshawa, it's a good area, and you guys, you have some nice land there. So are you gardening, Miss Heather, or what are you doing with self-sufficiency? You're canning, you said. Are you growing a garden? Are you working together with other people, or what? I do work together with partners. I live urbanly. Okay. Yeah. I thought Oshawa was nice. When I went, it was beautiful. I work together with other partners who can do things that I can't. For instance, I can't have roosters. So I work with other people who have farms and can keep roosters. You know, I'm able to grow eggs, but they are able to have chickens, and they keep their own chickens. And that's a good partnership to have, to make sure that you have the availability of meat if you eat meat. Or ducks or geese or quail or turkeys, making friends with each other and working together and maybe helping that farmer, feed their flock. They'd be happy to give you some meat. They'd be happy to give you some birds. And we have to start thinking outside the box, because the price tags on those meat packages is outrageous. The crap that they're pumping inside of those birds that you're buying at the grocery store, the hormones, the antibiotics, the everything else, God only knows, meat glue. I mean, really, you have no idea what you're buying. No idea. It's a scary thing. I do buy it because I have to sometimes. And that's that. But I would rather work with someone else outside of the box, and make sure that I have proper healthy food for my family. And that's what I'm most concerned about, is making sure that we can eat and we can stay healthy. It just disappeared on me. Where's the comments? Can I pull it back up? I can't. I don't know how to do it. So anyway, I'm kind of on a soapbox. Let's stop. I just wanted to say happy holidays to everybody. Thank you, Heather, for tuning in, and whoever else tuned in today. Thank you. I hope to see you guys again. I will get back with you hopefully tomorrow, and I'm going to figure out a nice lineup of things to do. I will hopefully be getting back with Jaw Healing again to get things kick-started with them. I've been very disheartened this year. I've had people in my immediate vicinity calling the city on me, complaining about my chickens, complaining about my yard, complaining about this, complaining about that, because I'm growing food and I'm not doing it the way they do. Everyone here has grass. Everyone here has little plants. And I'm literally growing food. So I'm doing things differently. And when you're doing things differently, people are thrown aback. People are feel threatened by it. Oh, good. I'm glad. It's gobbled up by housing development makes me angry. Yeah. It's insanity, right? They are taking away our land. All these crazy suburban developments I see that here too in the falls. I mean, all the way out through Fonthill and stuff. I mean, they even built a huge development right next to the jail. I mean, it's like you could literally throw a rock from your house to the jail. Like they have these big giant houses that are 2 feet apart from each other. I don't get it. And I guess I do get it. People from Toronto are having to move back down here because they can't afford the prices in Toronto, so they're moving down here. We're trying to make more housing, but it's pushing us out as well. And where are we going? All kinds of places. I 1000% agree, Heather. Change the bylaws about sustainable living. We should be allowed, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, to produce our own food and be able to keep chickens, for instance. I know there's a lot of cities that are the ordinances don't let you have chickens. You should at least be able to have a couple hens. No one's asking for roosters, just a couple hens, make some eggs. That's a big deal. And it's such a relief to know that you've got chickens back there making eggs. If you can't afford meat, you got eggs. And that's a big deal. Being able to provide the protein that you need for your family is a big deal, especially if you don't have the money to go buy a whole bunch of stuff at the store. Coyotes, yeah. The coyotes don't know where to go. We are literally tearing down every little tiny bit of wooded area, every little woodlanded area that was between on the highway, off the highway, between interchanges. Exactly. Don't get me started on rodent control. We're not even allowed to have cats here anymore. No cats are allowed outside. That used to keep the rodents under check. The city of Niagara Falls flooded the sewers a few years ago with no contingency plan, and they didn't warn us ahead of time. And the rodent population went through the roof incredibly over the last few years. Come on, buddy. You want to come back? Come on. Come on. My man. Okay. Yeah, I think you got to get down. Come on, big girl. Come on. Oh, buddy. That's why I'm disheveled. But yes, 100,000%. That's a problem. Rodent control is a problem. So coyotes for sure keep things under check. And people, sorry, I'm trying to fix something here. People get mad at raccoons. People get mad at skunks. People get mad at opossums. Anything that comes through the yard in a residential area, they get mad about. But guess what? They are the checks and balances of nature. And we're supposed to be embracing that. And that's also called biodiversity. The more biodiversity you have in your area, the better you are able to grow your own food. Keeps everything in check. We are just, I'm sorry, I got to fix my flippy-do. We're a big ecosystem, and we're just one part of this ecosystem. When it's just like they taught us before. If one of the species in the world starts falling, we all start falling. And this is all the way down to a neighborhood. 100,000%. The more we get rid of these native animals that keep populations of other things in check, everything falls like dominoes. Even right down to the pest population of insects. And the more you can increase your biodiversity on your own property and your own level, the better you're able to grow food. Believe me, it sounds counterintuitive to bring pests back in, but you bring the other thing that keeps that pest in check. And all the way up the line, everyone benefits. Animals and us. Anyway, I could go on and on. I don't want to go on and on. I wasn't even supposed to be out here this long. I can hear my toddler. Goes back, like you said, it's the self-centeredness. It is. I love opossums. Aren't they sweet? I have one here. It comes through every night. I'm glad to see it. They're the garbage trucks of nature, and they clean up all the stuff that we don't want to clean up. I wouldn't want to clean up what an opossum does. That's their job, and that's great. That means my ecosystem is healthy. They come to me. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I like that. That means I have a healthy ecosystem here. And that's something to be said about that. But other people will trap it or try and kill it, and that's that. Have you really? That's very sweet. And it's cold. It's been so cold. This weather that just popped up, we've got 12 degrees today. And we're supposed to have about 5 days of it, but a lot of rain. But I will take this warm weather over snow any day. So that being said, happy holidays. I will try and get on here. I'm going to try and get a nice lineup of things that everybody needs and wants to learn. Yeah, that's that. Sorry about my soapbox. And you're going to get more of this disheveledness because I'm going to show you the real deal Holyfield about self-sufficiency. It's not easy work, so don't think it is. And if you don't want to do work like this, don't even try. Don't even start it. Don't even think about it. Just think about trying to make more money to be able to support yourself at the store. But if you're down for some hard work, I can show you how. Okay? Well, I hope you all have a blessed night. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you had a beautiful Christmas season. Aw, thank you, Heather. Much appreciated. Cheers from Niagara Falls. Stay warm up there next week. It's going to get yucky again. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Be a champion in your kitchen, garden, wherever the heck you are, and eat deliciously. Bye.